There was a young man whose mother died of illness 2 months before his wedding. He postponed his wedding date for a year. After the wedding, he left his father alone at home and started living his new life because he had no siblings other than his father. For more than 5 years, he was engrossed in his new life with his wife. Sometimes he would visit his father, and sometimes his wife would also go with him. But sometimes when he went to visit his father, his wife would go to her parents' house. His wife would force him to visit her parents, but he could not force his wife to visit his sick father. When his father became ill, his son decided to bring him to his home so that he could take full care of him. The father did not accept this idea because he did not want him to become an unwanted guest in front of his wife. But on the son's insistence, the father agreed and came to his home. This weighed heavily on his wife. She would cook the same type of food and not make any separate meals for her sick father, and would force him to eat with her. She would be rude to him, and her husband would be confused about whether to please his father or his wife. Finally, his wife forced him to get his father married so that someone else could take care of him. When the son rejected the idea because of his father's age and illness, it came to the point that they would take his father to a nursing home so that he could be cared for there. The son was heartbroken when he left his father at the nursing home. A week later, he decided to visit his father, but upon reaching there, he found that his father had died of severe mental depression. He left a letter for his son, which read, "My dear son, I have loved you more than myself. The happiest moments of my life were when I would come home from work and bring you that toy train or the sweets you loved. My happiest moments were when I taught you to swim, when I would take you to work and you would tear up my papers, and I would see your smile. The happiest moments of my life were when I would give you all the money in my pocket so that you could buy the clothes you wanted, and I myself would go from place to place in my torn shoes. I am not reproaching you, but I am writing to you, and my tears are flowing in self-pity. I never thought that my life would not end in your lap, and that you would not perform my last rites. I love you and still do. Your faithful father." If you marry such a girl, do not be weak in front of her at the expense of your parents. And if your husband takes you away from his family, don't be weak in front of him at the expense of your parents. We only appreciate precious gems when we lose them. How difficult it is when you want to send a message to someone and they can't hear you. Not because they are ignoring you, but because they have left this world. Don't waste our hard work. With you we progress, with you we grow, and with you our happiness is complete. Thank you to the intelligent minds who are with us.